February 20th. Dear VJ, I'm meeting with Dr. Reeve today. Wish me luck. Vivy. February 21st. Dear VJ, yesterday I had my appointment with Dr. Reeve. I don't know if you've ever been to therapy, but I'm guessing probably not. So I'm going to explain it to you. My mom takes me to appointments, but she usually waits outside while I talk to Dr. Reeve. Sometimes she comes in, but usually that is a very bad thing. Anyway, the appointment began like usual. Dr. Reeve asked me a bunch of questions about how things are going at school, at home, blah, blah, blah. I showed her my behavior chart, which proved that I had absolutely no meltdowns in the past week. I think that's pretty good, don't you? So, your mother tells me you want to play baseball, she said. Let's talk about this. Why baseball? Why not softball? I wanted to scream at the top of my lungs, but I knew if I did, she'd never let me play. VJ, why do people keep saying that girls should play softball and only softball? It's not like being a girl means I can't throw or hit a baseball. Actually, I am bad at hitting, but I don't think it's because I'm a girl. That would be like saying I'm a bad hitter because I have brown hair. It's just stupid. If I were smarter, I would have told Dr. Reeve all this, but I didn't. Instead, I took a few deep breaths and tried to explain to her about the knuckleball and how it works and stuff. I even pulled out the baseball I keep in my backpack to show her the knuckleball grip. She said after I finished. I see. What does that even mean, she sees? What did she see? I wanted to ask her, but I knew I needed to be 100% good. I did my best to look her in the eyes when I talked with her, to show her I deserve to pitch. Like always, she had loads more questions. I know the knuckleball is important to you, but don't you think you'd like to play with other girls? I see other girls at school, I said. I didn't mention that they're not exactly my friends, though Dr. Reeve probably knows that already. Why can't I play with boys? It's mostly boys at school's at social skills group, and you make me go there. Her lips twitched, and I got the terrible feeling that somehow I'd messed up. Because, of course, I'd mess up and say something stupid at a time like this. That's when Dr. Reeve shooed me from the room. Thank you for sharing your feelings. Now, I need to talk with your mother, okay? I could only hope I hadn't completely blown my chance. You say that great pitchers always make the most of their opportunities. Did I do that? I wasn't sure. There was no one else in the waiting room, just the boring old goldfish in the tank. I knew I shouldn't, but I crept up to the office door and listened in. I couldn't understand most of what they were saying, but I'm pretty sure Mom said the word appropriate at least 3 times. I don't think I like that word very much. Also, I didn't understand why she kept talking about baseball and whether or not it's appropriate. Coach K thinks it's appropriate for me to play. Wouldn't he know? Also, I looked it up online and found out that lots of girls play baseball. 18 girls have played in the Little League World Series, including my new hero, Monet Davis. I don't know why Mom thinks baseball is inappropriate for me. Dr. Reeve called me into her office. Luckily, I was back in my seat by then. Maybe you can explain to your mother why you want to play baseball, like you did with me, Dr. Reeve suggested once I came in again. I forced myself to look at Mom. Even though I couldn't quite manage to look right into her eyes, I tried for her nose. Hopefully, I didn't stare at her too hard because they don't like it when I do that either. Baseball is fun, I said. Coach K says I can help the team with my knuckleball. I really, really want to play. That wasn't even close to everything I wanted to say. I wanted to tell Mom about the happy flutter that tickles my stomach when the knuckleball floats in just the right way. I wanted to tell her about meeting you 3 years ago, how I want to do you proud. It's just hard for me to find the right words sometimes, especially when I have to make eye contact. Eye contact. It's totally the worst. I grabbed the squishy orange ball Dr. Reeve keeps in her office. Before I realized it, my fist clenched into my knuckleball grip. I just kept thinking, please, 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 please let Mom allow me to do this one thing. Mom grunted, and I allowed myself to hope. Just a little bit. You want to help the team, she repeated. Hello? Didn't I just say that? But I didn't say that out loud because it would have been extremely rude. Well, I don't know. This is quite a step, but I guess we can give it a try, she said. She said yes. She really did. I got so excited that I could barely keep track of all the things she said next. And I flapped my hands because if that's not a hand-flapping moment, then what is? For once, Mom and Dr. Reeve didn't say anything about the flapping, but Mom had plenty of other things to say. Of course, it all depends on your behavior, she said in her serious voice. You have to show us that you can handle the stress of playing a sport, Vivy. Of course, Mom and Dr. Reeve went over a bunch of rules. I go to social skills group every week without complaining, eat my vegetables, even when Mom serves really gross ones like yellow squash, and don't have any meltdowns that involve screaming. Plus, a whole bunch of other things that will probably be really hard to do. Right now, I don't care. I'm going to play baseball. Wish me luck, Vivy. P.S. Oh my gosh, I just realized what this means. I am going to play in a game. For real. Were you this scared before your first game? Probably not.